Yes. Hello. I know. I have done this to my hair, and I love it. And I'm gonna get it dyed a really fun color in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. I am loving it. It is unwashed, unstyled at the moment, so it's kind of sticking up, but you know, I kind of like that look too. So today is a Monday, and I normally would be working right now. However, I slept about 2 hours last night. So zero brain activity happening today. And it's gray, it's gonna storm later, it's gloomy, and I just decided to pick up a book. So let me talk about what I'm currently reading. So, first of all, I am reading this nonfiction called Disability and Capitalism, selected writings by Marta Russell and edited by Keith Rosenthal. So this is a series of essays about capitalism and the disabled body and how they work together, and this is super hard to read. This is like taking me back to college when I had to read a lot of scholarly work. I'm having to look things up, I'm having to write notes, highlight things, and actually reread a lot of these essays as I go because it's just kind of over my head a little bit. I'm having to use a part of my brain I haven't used since college, and that's been a while. So this is not on the docket for today. No. This is what I'm reading currently, but I was like, I don't have any brain, no brain today. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna read a YA book that's like 300 pages just so I can entertain myself and I don't have to think too hard because there's nothing. So I looked at my shelves and I was like, this looks good. This looks like it'll fit the docket. This is Once and Future by Amy Rose Capetta and Corey McCarthy, who are a married couple, and they are gay and non-binary. One of them is non-binary, and I think they're awesome. I have read Amy Rose Capetta book before, and Once and Future is a sci-fi gender-bent retelling of King Arthur. And if you don't know this yet, I love King Arthur stories, King Arthur retellings, lore about King Arthur. I think it's fascinating. And so this is only about 350 pages, and it's really big print. And I was like, you know what? I just need a good young adult romp. And I'm going to attempt to read this today. So, welcome to my PTO vlog. Look, I'm feeding myself. Aren't you proud of me? I managed to cook myself some food. I am rewarding myself for not only making myself some food and eating it, or a good chunk of it, but also putting away the leftovers by having some juice. Now, that might sound silly, but like, juice has a lot of sugar in it, and I'm, trying to like be healthy or shit. But I deserve some juice. So let me get some juice and we can talk about a reading update. A little mason jar. This one's only this big. Perfect juice size. All right, I am 20% into Once and Future, and it is giving me everything I wanted. I wanted something fast-paced, lighthearted, fun, action-packed, and queer. And it is delivering. We have met our main characters named Ari. She is the King Arthur reincarnated, and she has a brother named Cal, and they are adopted by two moms. Well, I think Cal is a biological child of one of the moms, or like they, used sci-fi technology to make him biologically, and then Ari is adopted by the two moms, which is great. And then we have Merlin, who is aging every time King Arthur is reincarnated. He wakes up, but he is younger and younger every time. So right now he's a teenager, and he just started training Ari. She has the sword, Excalibur, obviously, by now. That happens really quick. There is an evil witch character named Organa. I'm sure that's based off of Morgaine or Morgan in some way. She just popped up for a second, did some torturing, and then they got away from her. So still too early to tell. We've got some side characters who are also based off of the Knights of the Round Table. So we've got Percival, who they call Val. They've got Lamb, and I can't remember his full name. Or excuse me, their full name, because they are non-binary. They are a side character. And we've got Guinevere popping up soon. She's a queen on a planet. And we have not met Lancelot yet, so I'm waiting to see how that happens. And I'm wondering if, like, Ari and Gwen are gonna get into a gay romance with, and then Lancelot will come in. And so I'm wondering if Ari is like bi or pan or something. We'll see how that plays out. But they are on the run from an evil corporation, and they are on this planet, and they're actually participating in a tournament for Gwen's hand in marriage because it's a King Arthur retelling. I mean, come on. So this is a lot of fun. I'm 20% in, and I found the book at the library, so I am going to drink my juice and take a really hot shower and then lay down. I am so tired from just cooking myself some food that I need a nap. I can't nap, but I need one. So I'm gonna go lay down and close my eyes and rest, but I am having a great time, and this is a really fun book so far. Hi. I'm laying down listening to my book, and a couple things. First off, Ari's brother is named Kay, not Cal. Another thing, Merlin is gay. Third thing, Lancelot is also a chick. Guinevere is bisexual. Lancelot is a girl. Everybody's female in that throuple, and I'm here for it. I am having a good time. So much for it raining this afternoon. Hello, jammies are on. I did shower. Doesn't look like it, but there we are. And I am now 50% into Once and Future. There's a prison break happening, a daring rescue. There's some gay shit. Everybody's gay, and I love it. And I am having such a good time. This is just a fun time. This has surprisingly low reviews. I mean, it's like a 3.5 on Goodreads, and I'm like a little confused by that. I think this is a lot of fun. I will say it's very plot driven, not very character driven. There are a lot of characters, and we do get two perspectives. We get Ari and Merlin as a perspective. I'm just enjoying this. It's not the most deep, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted something fun and quick and light. So, like, Ari and Gwen are together, and they have sex. And it's not, like, graphic, but there are some scenes where they're smooching, and there's some, you know, clothes being removed and whatnot. And so it's like, okay, this is marketed as young adult. It's that weird in between where it's like, okay, the characters are 17 and 18 and they're having sex, and like young adult can have sex in it, but it's like the explicitness, I guess, is how I have seen it differentiated, and this feels a little bit more new adult. And if it's new adult, I want the characters to be like 20. You know, it's a little bit in between. But yeah, I'm having a good time. The villain, so we've got the evil corporation and we've got Morgana, and they're both pretty straightforwardly bad. It's not very nuanced. It's just like, oh, bad company doing bad things, taking over the world and monopolizing things. And then Morgana, she's a little bit more obscure right now, but she's not really in the book yet, so I don't know. I hate to say the word basic, but it's not super nuanced. That sounds like an insult, but it's not. That's what I was hoping for, was something that was a little straightforward. And, you know, a retelling, if you're familiar with the original lore, like, obviously there's not going to be as many surprises, if that makes sense. And since I am familiar, like, it is pretty straightforward for me. Anyway, this is sounding rather negative, and it's not. I'm actually having a really good time. I'm just trying to give you articulate thoughts while I'm running on about 2 hours of sleep. Hiccup, would you like to tell the people what we did tonight? Would you like to tell them? Should we fess up? I think we should come clean. Update of shame. Haven't read anymore. Just TikTok and only TikTok. And this is why the phone needs to be elsewhere when I am reading, because now it is a respectable bedtime and I can take my meds and maybe try to get some sleep tonight. So, I would like to finish reading this book though, so I will end this video with another clip when the book is done, when I finish it, so I can wrap up and do a little book review. But I'm not gonna read anymore today. So I will see you whenever I finish Once and Future. Okay, quick review. It is 2 days later and I have finished Once and Future. Don't mind, this is Hiccup. And I loved it. I thought it was great. If you are fans of if you're fans of King Arthur myths, of young adult fantasy, young adult sci-fi, I think this is a fantastic book. I was a little worried at the end because the ending, it was, I was getting to the, you know, the climax and the resolution, I was like, okay, this is ending really sweetly, like how is this gonna be continued into book 2? Is this too easy? And the ending surprised me in a good way. It's a little bit of a cliffhanger. Okay, bird. And it's not a clean ending. Like, it wasn't like, oh, they slayed the bad guys and then they won the day. There's more to it than that. So I'm really pleased with that ending. And so I'm immediately going to start book 2 But for the purposes of this video, I guess I'll end the vlog here. Review is, I think I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Like, I really enjoyed it. I've always had a soft spot. So I'm a big fan of King Arthur stories, and the wildlife is insane. And one of my favorite characters has always been Morgane, or Morgana, or whatever you call her. I've always liked her as a excuse you. I have always liked her as a character, and so I was super glad that she became more a part of the story in the second half. Anyway, I had such a good time. Everybody is queer, and it was great. I will see you in my next video. Bye.